Can he hold it together? Oh, he's gone down a bit quick and he's over. Oh, he's lost it there. Never got to the berm.
In mind, there's not too many bumps, although he's got it wrong around there. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go.
Work to do here. Off we go, the taco bathtub. Here's the berm. Oh, he's gone too high, he's gone too high, he's got back down. Oh, they've gone. Board shot, which is brilliant. They know at this point, they can see the whites of the spectators' eyes up there. Over the kick, oh, over the kicker, I felt that. Here's the chicane, they're really fast, you know. Oh, they can't steer it. Oh, here's the foam, a car wash. Pilot's covered, can't see. And what have we got? 106.19. That had all the... Faster and faster and faster. And then you take a big bite of the straw bales like that. Okay then, here we go. Oh, he's rolled again. Wonderful shot there of just how he wants to get to the bottom. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, he's missed it. Of course, being the driver, you've got to take both hands off the steering wheel at that point. Limps to the finish. Limps to the finish. He needs to make sure he's got control of this. So far, so good. Oh, he's lost it. Look at the back wheel. It went, didn't it? As he starts to turn and lose control, the back wheel completely goes, and that is that. Really, really good start there with a nice creative soapbox and a very good performance score. So the spicy noodle is on the way. Bar steering technique. Very wide there, but that's because they're really travelling at this stage as well. Now, if they can get through this right-hander, they could be in position to post a time. And they've gone through there really well. That's really smooth. Really nice racing line taken here by Spicy Noodle. In this corner, they've got the kicker. There it is. Over the finish line now. It's all about the clock. There's the finish, 54.29. What's in store next? Such a dramatic event so far. 41 for the performers. Off we go. Around the berm. My fingers tightly crossed. Not as tightly crossed as theirs. Through the car wash. Here's the water! Oh, he's gone through there really fast. Can he keep it going through here? Stair set next. Down the stair set, nose first, but still going. It's the straw, he's backwards now. There's the stair set. Look at that through there. Wow. There's the crash into the straw, but it's at the finish where he forgets. He forgets there's a drop, and he got run over. Here's the finish. Here's the finish. And down. Oh, he doesn't know there's a drop. Oh, he's going to be run over. He's going to be run over. He didn't know there was a drop there. And Pistachio. And then it might be quick around the berm wobble. He's okay. These little feet going underneath. They got intended. Doesn't he not supposed to do that? Sit back and enjoy. Down the circuit. Over the kicker we go. Yep, he's okay there. Performance scores today. We've had a full house of 50 from one of the teams. So 39 for Secret Formula One. Now let's see what happens. It's a big old soapbox this, and there's not a great deal of room. And he's got the handlebar system, and he's got the small wheels. If you've listened to me on this programme down the years, this is the worst possible combination for anybody. Size, handlebars, small wheels. Don't tend to work. They might prove me wrong. Oh, he's just started to lose the balance. He's gone already. He's dropped his burger. That was spectacular. Look at that. Moving nice and quickly around that berm. He's really fighting with the handlebars, look. Such a difficult task for Daniel. A lot of these soapboxes, when they initially test them, they do it in a straight line. Then when they get to the course on the day like today, they think, blimey, we've got to get around these tight corners. We didn't think about that. This is the problem. Right then, moving down towards this drop-off and then down towards this berm, and that's going to really sort this team out, you would suspect. Right then, how's your bottle? Down we go. Here's the speed. Can he get it round? Can he get it round? Can he get it round? Oh, he's gone straight on. He never even got started. Ooh. At the top of the start ramp. And I am absolutely certain there'll be hardly anything left on the table by the time they get to the bottom. Here's the first test, then the kicker. And they are over. The design is one wheel at the front, two at the back. That's what they've gone for. Here's the water. Okay, through there. So far, so good for this team. Majority of the stuff on the table as well. There's the big splash through the water. Can they be kings of Lausanne here today in the Red Bull Soapbox race? The chicane is difficult for this Soapbox because it's so wide, and on their way towards the bone shaker. Over the Swiss chocolate. Down towards the finish line. They will have a look at the time. I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Over they go. Sao Paulo, very, very generous. It's a lovely design Soapbox, this. Whether it lasts wobbly already, I'm not sure this is going to be the easiest to handle, you know. Over the ramp, not sure how much pizza they've got left at the end, but they're down there in one piece. Here's the kicker, here's the kicker. Hold on for the kicker. Oh, they're fine, he's still on. No problem through there. I think he's just wisely scrubbed a bit of speed off, though, to make sure they can get it through. Hopefully hand a bit of pizza out. Well, they've managed to do it. Good time as well, 36.08. We wait and see. 500 metres of trepidation awaits them. Through the chicane, no problem so far. Over the ramp we go. Oh, he's starting to lose it! And he spins it and the wheel's gone. Well, there's nothing you can... This is where the problem starts. He spins it, then that front wheel goes off, hurtling down the track. So let's see how this one does. Will the bread roll? We'll see. Moving down towards this kicker, and over we go. Oh, can he hold it? Can he hold it? No, he can't. It was going well, but when you make a visit to the straw bales, then that's going to scrub a significant amount of time off what you might have had. Here's the second kicker. That's a little bit better. In fact, that's a lot better. Paradise Bakeries just about there. And but for that minor indiscretion at the top, that would have been an even better time, 53. And they might store it well. Smoke seems to be a recurring theme here in Turin, doesn't it? Oh, those eggs will be fried by the time they get to the driver, who looks a right cheeky so-and-so. Round the berm, only just made it, didn't they? Crikey, that eggs on the way round there. You can see how it's wobbling around all over the place. It's not the easiest. There's a decent run over the finish line. Good run by La Padella. Oh! Egg down! They were all eating pasta, and here we are. And this has started off looking really quick. The ball. Look at the speed they've got through there, and around the berm as well. That's as good a line as we've seen. It's it right at the end. The final car of the day with a brilliant run. PASTARARRI, there was no stopping them here. Challenger down with a jump to go. They've just got to get over this, and they do get over. He's celebrating towards the finish line, and the time is 25. So they've talked the talk. Now, can they walk the walk? They say they're going to win it, San Benito Racing. They have lofty expectations, and they've got the eyes. Here's the whale tail. Oh, the front wheel! Oh, look at that! The front wheel when they both came out. Loads of speed. There's the take. Oh, it's gone on take off the wheel. And then, of course, the axle digs into the ramp. And over they went. That was like putting the brakes on. And James, a geography student, makes up the crew. And they're off and running. The giant milkshake at the front. The large fries at the back. The Lido on the agenda. Safely through there. They've gone for the handlebar steering mechanism, which in Soapbox events gone by, the Grand Slammer, 27 miles an hour, still going strong. Marcus doing a good job over the Sizzler. This looks quite quick. It's really fast at the finish. What's his time going to be like? Let's have a look. It's in the 30s. Oh, 39.64. Look at that over there. That's a lot of height and a lot of distance. And look at the speed they got at the finish. And then over the finish line. Don't worry about the brakes, fellas. Bang! There we go. The day of milkshake landed on top of a large fries. Have a look at the impact. There we go. Not really, not to start off with. No, not going to plan as yet, is it? It will actually help them when they get off the ramp, I think, which would be a good start. Here we go, then. Oh, no, it's fun again. Another one of those
soapboxes where they're trying to steer it with their feet, which doesn't seem to be the way forward. Right, they're off and running again. The man on the left of the picture is now broken over the ramp, look, and plop. Still going, little bit of a push to try and get some speed up around the berm. Oh, there's another spin on the berm. Oh, into the bales. Oh no, he's gone and tipped it up now. Taking part, not everybody can be fast today, can they? But there's a fantastic spirit here in Lima, epitomised by this particular group. Jagadish is the pilot, and the steering wheel's all over the place. Look at it, the steering wheel's come off in his hands. What are they doing? The popcorn being thrown all over the place. The moment they came down the start ramp, the steering wheel had gone. Taters don't know what to make of it. Look at it, watch this just come off in his hands, look at it. What an absolute... From the film industry, and Jacob is the captain and the driver. Great creativity score, and they are off with a big performance score under their belts as well. Touching the steering at the moment, gliding round the corners. Here we go with the sweeping right-hander that's caught so many out, and that's okay, that's nice. Through, and he's moving towards the finish. Still got to get over the kicker, which if you get the line through there wrong is a real problem. And he's lost the front, but he won't mind, and he's over the finish line. The cake's a bit wobbly at the back, isn't it? Those feet sticking out. Oh, it's through the chicane. The berm looms, it's quite long. It's around the berm, it's a good run, it's steadying towards the finish line. Don't forget, 60 out of 60 for the performance. You see a giant kebab, and down they go. It's pretty streamlined as well. Don't forget the berm. The boat just goes straight through the berm. There's the chicane. Just a little wobble there, but so far so good, and he's confident enough, look, to celebrate. And whoa, look at that for a bit of big air. Nice and smooth early on. They've lost nothing at this stage. Around that corner, keeping it straight, keeping it on the tarmac. Nice and smooth all the way down, that one. Quick on the eye as some of them, but it's been nice and smooth. Here's the jump at the end here, and they celebrate towards the finish line and get across it in 33. The flags are raised, and Biryani SAWAARI is on its way down. Can this little hot pot of taste and goodness today, right then, round this berm, just rising a little bit, just nipping the edge of it on the way round. Fantastic, he's celebrating already. Mithilesh, we'll see whether he's the man for the job today, through the snow. No problem to this point. Coming down towards the kicker. Flies the kicker nice and straight. That's a really good sign. Just hot, spicy, fantastic. What a job in Hyderabad today. Good design, good performance, a lot of speed. They've even kept the speed on around the hairpin. Now get it moving, get it towards the finish line. Let's have a look at the time. 42.63, only a second outside, the best time of the day. Now this looks fast, doesn't it? It looks fast. The soapbox itself, boxes that are this shape, are very fast, and this one, no exception. Look at the nick of time. His face etched in concentration. Absolutely. Keep the momentum. Yes, he can. All about the time. 34.2, fastest time. Cannon than me, but there you go. So here we go then. Pollo car, which is... Well, the smoke at the top would indicate the chicken is now ready. Let's see what Pollo car is like in terms of speed. Down this circuit. Here we go around the berm. Missing out, that's an idea. You don't have to take the berm, you know, you've not got to go up there. Very confidently driven. Oh, the kicker, no problem. Plenty of height, keeps his spuds in the pan. Down he goes, he's got the next chicane to come. Cruises through there, there's the ramp. It's all about the time. Has he celebrated too early? Let's see how fast he is. The clock will tell us all. Here we go, and it is 53.62. That's a good time and a good run for Pollo car. Car is the first one down. This is based on the sriracha hot chili sauce. They entered in 2014 in Seattle, but didn't finish. So let's see how they do today with this relatively streamlined soapbox and the big wheels, and they are off and on their way. It's not a course that's full of obstacles, but it's a course that will test the pilot in different ways. Building up with those big wheels. They might be okay today, bearing in mind there's not too many bumps, although he's got it wrong around there.
Just that sweeping right-hander. And didn't get round there tight enough. And the good news is, as far as they're concerned, is there's no damage significantly to the soapbox. Arrow at the back. There's the kicker. Over there. One or two little bits to start to come off at the back and over the finish line. And a big smash at the end. Should be okay. And don't forget the brakes, everybody, at the finish. On this devil of a course. 39 for the performance. Everything's trending in the right direction for Team Eggmobile. There's the car wash. Now let's have a look at the speed. Your speed into the water. Through there. Oh, sideways through there. That was so spectacular. Down the stair set. Okay through there. Around that right-hander. Just nudged the bales but kept it going. Through those little bales towards the finish. Under the finish line and down. 32.75. And they used the barriers to from Eggmobile. Everything seemed to be good for them there. Some of the pilots today have found it so difficult, but Danielle made it look relatively easy in very difficult circumstances. And we're going to see whether GELATO-GURUS can make an impact here today. Not much in terms of creativity either for this team, so they really do need a fast run. And they're losing bits already. This has got disaster written all over it. Just look at the design of it, look at the width of it. It's the two wheels at the back and the one at the front. So far, so good, though, at the top. Coming down towards the steps. One or two have found it difficult up there, but not GELATO-GURUS. Moving down towards the berm then. And it's just a matter of keeping it straight now. Still trying to keep the speed on if he can. Doesn't want to take any chances through there, and he doesn't. He's fine. We've got the big berm to come as well. This is where it starts to get interesting now. Here we go then. Oh, you can't stop there. Get yourself over the edge. Down we go. Now then, let's have a look at this. Round the corner, sweeping round to the right. Can he hold it together? Oh, he's gone down a bit quick and he's over. Ice cream everywhere. Look, he's gone right to the top and then he starts to skid. He's down, the wheel's gone at the front and he knows. That's it, apart from carry it down to the finish, 207.12. Start to lose pieces of it. And the person you can see laying there is supposed to be the steak. So there we go, we've got a piece of steak laying on the top. So off we go. They aren't the pilot's legs, by the way. That's an optical illusion. He's not laying like that. So down towards the water. Really steady through there. Never really looked at any stage like it was going to be a fast time, did it? Very steady through the chicane, but we've lost the stake. Oh, he's gone. We've lost one of the fellas. He's behind. Look, there he is. There he is. This is becoming very difficult to steer. Very difficult to drive. That might be better. I don't think the piece of steak is supposed to be in front of the pilot at this stage. And over the wedge to finish. And the time doesn't matter. 1:10.99. The performance. It's a big bowl of spaghetti and chips and probably the kind of food they got at Granny's house when they went round. Can they get from top to bottom? There's a lot to carry. There's a lot to keep. Let's see how they do the kicker. He's not the fastest, is he? You can tell. Pops over the kick. Big smile on the pilot's face. Here's the chicane. This is probably harder than the kicker. Checking flag wavers at the ready. We've got 107.13 and now they've all gone. The broccoli's gone, the carrots have gone, whatever else is in there. Oh, they've tipped the food all over the finish line. Taco Tuesday, they were shoveling the things in and here they are, Team Flying Taco today. And there's a bit of a wobble there as well. It might be put your finger in the air later on, back, otherwise you lose a bit of meat. Here they go through the next chicane. Into the berm they go. Lots of speed, maybe too low, and they come to grief. Just watch this. Didn't get quite high enough. You've got to get higher than that through the berm, otherwise you can't control the vehicle. And there we see the poor fellow in the back land on his back, lettuce all over him, and the taco is no. Not sure what he can see. Anyway, off we go. There he is, look, we can see you, Steve. Down goes this very, very large slice of beans on toast through the disco tunnel. But that's exactly what Steve Pilotosaurus is doing. Over the bone shaker, all the beans still on the bread. as we head down towards the berm. Oh, he's lost it there! Never got to the berm. Too much speed, lost the back end into the straw bales. So down he goes around the berm. Now the berm itself will help it pick up a little bit more speed. Nice and quick through crash corner. They've certainly got the speed back again. Through crash corner. Oh, he's just caught the corner there. I thought he was going to go again. Over the ramp, over the finish line, and then saved by the bales.
This one looks quite streamlined as well. Looks like it's got a pretty solid chassis, brushing those straw bales aside. Here's the first kicker. Nose dives. Look at this, it's fine there. And then you go down with such force that it does irreparable damage to the front of the soapbox. It's scrubbed off the speed, it's done the damage, it's taken its toll. And they're going to need assistance now to get down the rest of the way. When you go too quickly into that kicker, you've got to get that bit right. There's just too much damage done to your soapbox if you get it wrong. They will set a time, but it's a time that would have been significantly better, 1:34.71. And they've got a decent performance score there of 37. Look at the chunk on the wheels. Nothing wrong with them. Down we go then. At least we're down. Oh, we've not got far again. Look at the state of that. That's hardly Marilyn Monroe jumping out, is it? It's a difficult place to win. The last two teams have shown us how to lose.
Meat cleaver bolted firmly on the front of Lamborghini as they go slamming down the track here in Turin. Good start made as well. Lots of early speed all around the berm. I thought it was good. End of it all because everybody's okay, but there was just too much speed, not enough control, and the sausage has gone for a real Burton on the berm here in Turin. To build this particular soapbox, I'm not sure though whether they've tested it over the kind of ramps they're going to see. 420 metres. There's the first slice of bread, no problem there. Bales were just waiting to be hit and they couldn't miss it. He knows straight away. Look at the look on his face. He knows he's in bother at this stage of the run. Toaster about to go over the steelworks and it's wobbling all over the place and it won't get there. It was wide and it was wobbly. And they just couldn't avoid the hay bale. It was too wide, too awkward and on its side. Today. Whether they can do a fast time remains to be seen. They've lost, but that's okay. Loads and loads of speed here. It's whether they can keep the speed through the berm where so many people have struggled to do. Well, he's been able to do that. Look how quick he is through there. That's as good as we've seen as well. This is a fantastic run from Jumbo Breakfast Roll. 30 on ice creams. So down go Three Nuts crew. That one wheel at the front. And it's quite quick as well through that section. It's quite too quick through that section. And they couldn't get it to go left when they needed it to, get it going back. Here he knows he's losing it, look, and he's grabbing on. Chin plants into the front of the soapbox. On they go, starting to loosen, he knows it, doesn't he? He's wrestling with that soapbox, trying to get it towards the jump. He's lost. Hold it, got it. Can they make it? Yes, they can. Just about 49. So the tin of sardines on the way down. The two fellas in there, Manuel and Jose, dressed as sardines. I think the longer the completely totaling yourself. Kicker into the water, bouncing through there. They took really so fast and so smooth. Here's the whale tail. Everybody's looking forward to the whale tail. Oh, they're okay through the whale tail as well. Whale tail, and that makes such a difference to any run here in Madrid today. Now there's the berm. If you can go high if you want, you don't have to. Moving down towards the final kicker, which after the way they've gone at the top of the course was never going to be a problem. Smoke billowing out of those two chimneys. Down towards the finish, 1:15.7, fantastic, really good. There are four guys who are part of the custom motorbike scene, all know each other from the Bike Shed, which is a bike hangout in Shoreditch. 28 for the performance. Let's see what Gavin can do. Three blind mice into the Lido, through the Lido, sends the beach ball flying. There's plenty of speed here, one wheel at the back, two at the front, bit wobbly there, but he's okay. Nose first into that, which led to that big spray of water. 24 miles an hour over the Grand Slammer, still going through the chicane, down towards the Sizzler, needs to keep the speed up through the haze, over the Sizzler, down towards the finish line, and 3 blind mice will cross the line in a time of 41.89 seconds. All the time, never quite got as fast as he wanted to be, and finished off over the Sizzler.
It's a very streamlined card, isn't it, this one? And we've got the flower accompaniment too. The bakers are in the house. Here we go then. They mind the gap. Plenty of momentum to start off with, and don't forget they have promised not to touch the brakes. Over the wedge. No problem there. Slightly heavy, but okay. Over the apples and pears. No problem there. Very, very fast. They lose the strawberries, but they don't lose momentum. Down they go through the chicane, and he's not touching the brakes at all. Only the kicker to go. Over the kicker we go. It's a really good landing. It's a really fast time. You could hear the polystyrene pop as they landed over the kicker. It was a really good run. Look at the speed through the chicane. Really, really nice. Fantastic run, Ed, by Team A Piece of Cake. Very fast and very fluent.
Steer this giant burger down the run. Oh, they've not got very far at all. They've wiped it out straight away, gone straight into the crowd. Look at that. It's an awful run by Kangre Pogitos. I've never seen anything like it. For motorcycle racing in India, so he's a real local celebrity, and he's under a fair deal of pressure. He's got to get this right. Reputations can be made or broken very, very quickly. He's going to go around this berm, goes nice and high. This is where he's going to pick up the speed. Now, this really is the moment of truth, and it's starting to wobble. He's out. He's out, and he was starting to bend, and you knew that it was going to go. And there was nothing that Sandeep could do to stay in the coffee cup, and he spilled out onto the tarmac. Down he goes, nothing they could do.